There comes a day, not marked by any date, when you pass by a mirror and feel a flicker of quiet dissonance. Your clothes may be lovely, your makeup just right, but something above the cheekbones feels suddenly out of place. You lean in closer, trying to spot the shift. Is it the roots, the dullness, the way it no longer flatters but weighs? You haven't changed the color in 10, maybe 15 years. It once made you feel powerful, put together, elegant. Back when your skin was warmer, your eyes brighter, your cheekbones full of laughter. But now, the very same hue feels like it belongs to someone else. And the truth settles gently, like evening light on skin. It's not just about going gray or covering gray. It's about matching your present light, not your past fire. Because hair color isn't just a beauty choice, it's a frame for your evolving soul. When we were 40, certain shades sang, jet black, golden blonde, vibrant auburn. They lit us up from the inside because we still matched their intensity. But now, after 60, when the undertones fade, when our skin grows softer and our features more translucent, those same colors start to argue with who we've become. It's not about surrendering youth, it's about dressing the truth of your radiance now. Most women never get told that hair color needs adjusting, not because we've aged, but because we've changed. The contrast that once empowered now can drain, the tones that once flattered now feel forced, and no one warns you until you see it in a photograph or in the eyes of someone who can't quite recognize the woman you still feel like inside. But darling, this isn't a loss. This is your invitation to refine, to soften with strength, to glow without glare. In the next part, we'll explore the first color that quietly ages even the most elegant soul, and what to choose instead so your hair can whisper the same grace that your eyes already hold. Stay with me. There is a reason so many women hold tightly to jet black. It feels powerful. It feels familiar. It feels like a refusal to fade. For decades, black hair has meant strength, a kind of armor, in a world that too often asked us to soften. And so we kept it, dyed it, touched it up every 3 weeks. But one day, the power begins to backfire. Jet black, once radiant against youthful skin, now casts shadows where you need light. It exaggerates lines under the eyes, draws attention to uneven tones, and creates a contrast that feels jarring, not striking. It can harden the very features you long to soften. And the upkeep, oh, the upkeep. Every silver root feels like a rebellion, a crack in the armor. The regrowth line, sharp, unforgiving, always rushing you back to the salon chair. But you don't have to go gray cold turkey. You don't have to surrender who you are. What you can do is shift, evolve, refine. Instead of inky black, try rich espresso, soft black brown. Deep chocolate with warmth. These shades still hold depth, still feel grounded, but they offer dimension. They let light dance. They soften shadows. They whisper instead of shout. And here's the deeper truth. Letting go of jet black isn't letting go of yourself. It's allowing the real you to be seen more clearly. Your strength is not in the dye bottle. It's in your presence. Your grace. Your quiet certainty. A color shift doesn't erase identity, it enhances it. It says, I know who I am now. So if your mirror has been feeling a little less kind, maybe it's not your skin. Maybe it's not your mood. Maybe it's just time to soften the black and step fully into the woman you've become. Let your hair frame your light, not fight it. Up next, we'll explore another tricky trap. The ash blonde and silver trend that can wash you out if you're not careful. But don't worry, there's a beautiful middle path. Stay with me. Ash blonde, platinum, icy silver. They're everywhere. They feel modern. They feel brave. They say, I'm embracing age, not hiding from it. And for some women, they work beautifully. But for many others, especially after 60, they don't. Here's the truth. No stylist tells you. Cool tones can turn cold, fast. As we age, our skin loses its natural rosiness. The flush in our cheeks, the pigment in our lips, the sparkle in our eyes, all begin to soften. So when you pair that softness with an icy ash or platinum white, the result can feel ghostly, not bold, not luminous, just drained. You catch a glimpse in natural light and wonder, why do I look so tired? Why does my face feel flat? It's not your makeup, not your mood, it's the hair fighting the face. Ash and silver reflect blue light. They remove warmth instead of adding it. And unless your undertones are truly cool, they rarely flatter, but you don't have to go gold. This isn't about swinging from one extreme to the other. There's a middle path: champagne blonde, beige blonde, creamy pearl. These tones still feel modern, still nod to silver, but they bring light back to the face. They soften instead of sharpen. They glow instead of glare. If you've already gone gray, you can still enhance. Try a violet glaze, a soft beige toner, something that adds richness without fake shine. The goal isn't youth, it's harmony. Because beauty after 60 isn't about looking younger, it's about looking alive. Hair color should lift you, not drain you. It should brighten your natural light, not dim it. So if you've gone ash and it feels a little too cold, a little too harsh, it's not failure, it's just feedback. The right tone can make your skin glow again, your eyes sparkle again, your presence feel warm again. Up next, we'll talk about the opposite problem, when warmth goes too far. When brass and orange sneak into your strands and steal your softness, let's bring balance back to warmth. Stay with me. We all crave warmth in our homes, in our hearts, and yes, in our hair, because warmth feels alive, comforting, youthful, like sunlight on skin. But here's the truth many women face after 60. Warmth can betray you if you're not careful. Have you ever looked in the mirror and seen orange, not golden, not caramel, but brassy, loud, harsh? It wasn't what you meant. You were aiming for glow, for radiance, for richness, but instead you got rust. Here's why it happens. With age, hair becomes more porous, more absorbent, more fragile. So even the slightest warmth can cling too tightly. That beautiful golden brown turns copper. That honey blonde fades to brass. That soft red becomes fire. And suddenly, what once looked elegant now looks overdone, dated, unforgiving. But this isn't your fault. It's just your hair, asking for a different kind of care. So what's the fix? It's not about removing warmth, it's about refining it. Think soft caramel. Think golden chestnut. Think mushroom brown. Think cinnamon, not chili pepper. These tones still feel warm, but they don't shout. They whisper. They hug your skin instead of fighting it. Better yet, blend them. Ask your stylist to layer in tones, cool and warm, light and shadow, because real elegance isn't found in one flat color. It's found in dimension. And don't forget your toner. A good gloss can tame brass without dulling your shine. At this stage of life, your hair should look like a watercolor painting, soft, blended, alive. You don't need a fiery crown to feel vibrant. You need light that flatters and movement that breathes. So if your hair's warmth feels a little wild, step back, soften, balance, because glow is never found in extremes. Coming up next, a conversation about color that demands attention. Bright, unnatural, loud. Let's talk about bold hair colors after 60 and why intention matters more than intensity. Stay with me. There's a quiet power in being noticed. A red lip, a scarf that sways, a laugh that fills the room. And sometimes we crave that power in our hair, so we reach for fire, for violet, for electric red, for blue. Because why not? Why fade when we can flame? But let me ask you gently, is it your beauty they're seeing or just your hair? You see, after 60, bold colors can become a mask. Not always, but often. They pull the eye away from your face, from your eyes, your smile. Instead of shining with you, they compete, not with elegance, but with noise. Because bright colors on mature hair don't always elevate, they dominate. And here's the deeper truth. Sometimes we choose loud because we fear becoming invisible. But invisibility isn't cured by neon. It's cured by presence, by grace, by quiet confidence. So if your hair feels like it's screaming when all you want is to be seen, maybe it's time to soften. But that doesn't mean boring. There's a whole world between beige and blue. Try deep plum with brown undertones. Try muted auburn. Try dusty rose, soft burgundy. Colors that say, I'm here, not look at me. They bring warmth without chaos, edge without harshness. They frame your face, not hide it. They whisper strength, not scream rebellion. And most of all, they align with the woman you are now. Rich in story, rich in soul. Because here's the secret every radiant woman knows: true boldness isn't in color, it's in clarity. It's in choosing what flatters instead of shocks, what reflects instead of distracts, and what makes you feel completely and unapologetically yourself. So if you've been wearing a color louder than your voice, maybe it's time to turn the volume down and turn your light up. Up next, the color that seems safe, neutral, easy, but often does more harm than good. Let's talk about flat, one-dimensional browns and why they dull instead of dignify. You want it easy, low maintenance, something that wouldn't draw too much attention. So you reached for brown, simple, neutral, reliable, a box dye from the drugstore, a single shade that says, I'm not trying too hard. But slowly, quietly, something shifted. Your hair felt heavy. Your face looked tired. Photos seemed dull. And you wondered, is it just me? No, darling, it's the color, because flat brown isn't just neutral, it's muted, it's light absorbing, it's dimensionless. And at this stage in life, you don't need less light, you need more. As we age, our features soften. Our skin loses a bit of its glow, so our hair must compensate, not by shouting, but by reflecting. And one-tone brown can't do that. It swallows light, casts shadows, and leaves your beautiful face hidden in its own shade. But there's a fix, a subtle one. You don't need to go blonde. You don't need a complete makeover. You just need depth, soft light, natural movement. Try warm mocha with golden undertones. Try chocolate with honey lights. Try chestnut with soft cinnamon glimmers. Ask your stylist for tone-on-tone blends, for lowlights and light-catching pieces near the face. Even a whisper of caramel can bring your skin back to life. This is not about high-maintenance glam. It's about natural light flowing through your strands like late afternoon sun through linen curtains. Because a woman at 60 doesn't need to impress, she needs to glow. Let your hair echo the warmth that still burns in your smile. Don't settle for flat when your story deserves depth. Don't settle for dull when your soul still sparkles. Your hair shouldn't just sit on your head. It should dance with the light of who you are. Coming next, a better path forward. How to choose the hair color that doesn't mask age, but magnifies your radiance. By now, you've seen what doesn't work. Jet black too harsh, ashy blonde too cold, brassy warmth too loud, flat brown too dull. But what does work? How do you choose a color that reflects not who you were, but who you are right now? The answer isn't in trends, it's in truth, in knowing your skin, your light, your rhythm. Let's begin. Step 1. Know your undertone. Are you cool, with blue or pink beneath your skin? Then icy blondes, soft ash browns, and silvery grays will lift you up. Are you warm, with gold or peach in your cheeks? Then honey, copper, and golden chestnuts will light you from within. And if you're neutral, you lucky soul, both worlds are yours to play with. Step 2. Match your color's intensity to your skin's clarity. As we age, our skin grows softer, more translucent. So should our hair. If your complexion has lightened, your hair should too. If it has deepened, rich browns, soft espressos, bring balance. The rule. Don't go darker than your presence. Let your hair lift your features, not weigh them down. Step 3. Honor your past without being trapped in it. You don't need to abandon brunette or walk away from copper. You just need movement. Light, shadow, nuance. Ask for dimension. Low lights, root smudges, subtle balayage. They whisper sophistication. They say, I know who I am and I evolve. Step 4. Work with someone who sees you. Not every stylist knows mature hair. You need someone who understands porosity, who blends, tones, grows out with grace. Ask for a plan that doesn't chase gray but dances with it, that doesn't hide age but honors it. And finally, look at your wardrobe, your jewelry, your lipstick. Does your hair color echo your essence? Does it play well with the life you've built? If you wear neutrals, let your hair offer the glow. If you love bold lips, let your strands hold space beside them without shouting. Not every woman wants to go gray. Not everyone feels seen in blonde. And some shades, the ones that light us up softly, elegantly, quietly, are hiding in plain sight. Let's talk about two hair colors that don't shout, don't demand, but still turn heads with grace. Color 1, Rose Gold Brunette. You might think, isn't rose gold for the young? But here's the truth. Rose gold is a celebration of softness. When blended into a gentle brunette base, it adds light, warmth, and a whisper of playfulness. Especially flattering for women with cool or neutral undertones. This hue catches the light without looking trendy. It flatters cheeks that have softened, eyes that have seen, and hearts that still want to glow. Pair it with soft pinks, dusty mauves, cream sweaters, pearl earrings, and suddenly, you're not chasing youth, you're radiating presence. Color 2, Mushroom Blonde. A strange name, but a stunning shade. Think of this as blonde's elegant sister. Cool, balanced, refined. It blends soft ash, subtle taupe, a touch of beige into something truly modern. Not brassy, not yellow, not cold, just right. Mushroom blonde works wonders for women with cool or neutral skin. It brings depth without darkness, light without harshness, and perhaps best of all, it's forgiving. When roots grow, they blend in. When the sun hits, it reflects beautifully. It pairs with silver jewelry, charcoal scarves, taupe trench coats. It doesn't compete, it completes. So if platinum feels too icy and gold feels too loud, this is the middle ground you've been searching for. Because at this age, hair color isn't about reinvention, it's about revelation. The right hue doesn't make you someone new, it reveals who you've become. Rose gold brunette, mushroom blonde, two shades that few talk about. But many women over 60 should seriously consider not choosing the right color is just the beginning. Keeping it vibrant takes love, takes care, takes intention. Because after 60, your hair tells your story. Not just in shade, but in shine, in softness, in movement. So how do we honor it? How do we make color last, without damage, without dullness? Let's begin with step 1. Be gentle when cleansing. Mature hair is finer, drier, more porous. That means it holds color differently and loses it faster. Sulfate shampoos strip everything: color, oils, life. Switch to a sulfate-free cleanser made for aging or dyed hair, and don't overwash. 2 to 3 times a week is plenty. Let your scalp rest. Let your natural oils do their quiet magic. Step 2. Deep condition weekly. Color sits best on hydrated strands. Use masks with shea butter, argan oil, keratin, ingredients that seep in and give back what time and dye take away. Soft hair is glowing hair, not just to the touch, but to the eye. Step 3. Tone with care. If your blondes go brassy or grays turn yellow, reach for purple or blue shampoos once a week, no more. Overuse leads to dull, dusty tones. And if you're embracing gray, a beige or violet toner can lift it from flat to luminous. Step 4. Defend against heat and sun. Before the blow dryer, the iron, the curling wand, always use a heat protectant. And when you're outdoors, a hat is not just stylish, it's a shield. UV rays fade color faster than time. Protect your crown. It's earned the care. Step 5. Trim with intention. Split ends steal shine. Ragged tips age the look, no matter how fresh the dye. A light trim every 6 to 8 weeks keeps shape, volume, elegance. Step 6. Nourish from within. Color starts long before the salon. It starts in the kitchen, in your glass, in your supplements. Biotin, collagen peptides, omega-3s. With your doctor's okay, these support the strength and sheen from the inside out, because a healthy strand holds color longer. Let's pause a moment and ask, what do we really want from our hair color after 60? Not to rewind time, not to chase youth, but to feel aligned. Aligned with who we are now. Not the woman in old photographs, but the one who looks in the mirror today and says, I want to feel alive. Hair color shouldn't compete with your softness, your story, your soul. It should enhance, not overwhelm. It should whisper, not shout. Because after 60, you've already made your mark. You don't need to prove a thing. So what should color do now? It should light up your eyes, lift your cheeks, melt into your skin like candlelight at dusk. It should carry grace, not effort. It should echo your confidence, not cover your age. You've lived, you've grown, you've softened in all the most beautiful ways. And your hair deserves to reflect that. Let go of the pressure to return to before. Let go of tones that flatten or fight you. This is the season for radiance. Not high contrast, but harmony, not rigid routines, but rituals that feel like self-respect. If your color feels like armor, heavy and tiring, it's time to lay it down. If your hair feels like a burden, start fresh. Try the rose gold brunette, try mushroom blonde, try soft chestnut, or creamy silver, not because they're trendy, but because they suit who you are now, elegant, rooted, awake. And whatever you choose, make it yours. Color, when chosen with heart, becomes more than pigment. It becomes a reflection of the light still glowing inside you. And darling, that glow never fades. So here we are, at the end of a journey through shades that weren't just about color, but about becoming. Because this was never truly about hair. It was about reflection and renewal. It was about no longer coloring from fear, but from freedom. You see, every strand you carry now holds a piece of the woman you've become. The laughter, the losses, the late night confessions, the long walks with yourself through changing seasons. You've earned every glint of silver, every soft edge, every shift in shade. You don't need to chase youth. You only need to honor the vibrance still alive in you. And that's what the right color does. It doesn't erase the years, it celebrates them. It doesn't hide you, it highlights you. So whether you choose a soft ash, a gentle rose, a creamy beige, or keep your silver untouched and proud, Let it be a choice that feels like truth because you are not fading, you are refining, you are not diminishing, you are deepening. And the world is lucky to witness this version of you, the woman who no longer dyes her hair to disappear, but to illuminate. So if this video touched you, if you saw a little of yourself in these words, then don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a sister, a mother, a friend, someone who also deserves to feel radiant again. And remember, you don't need permission to glow, you just need to stop dimming your own light. So here's to the next chapter, with softness, with confidence, with elegance, not because you're trying to look younger, but because you finally look like yourself.